All right. Welcome, everybody. Let me know in the chat if you can see me and hear me. Any meetups in Orlando or Tampa soon? Yeah, yes, actually. I am planning something TBD, but probably in the next month or two. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. My mic was giving me a couple issues. Let me try something real fast. All right, and let me know where you are tuning in from. I'm guessing that Chris over on YouTube is coming from the Orlando area. Yeah, there's not a whole lot for how many sellers there are in this area. There's not a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, we'll do occasional meetups like that. Yes, sir. Just keep an eye out on the Facebook page, and I'll post an announcement in there. Awesome. All right, so tonight we have something super, super, super exciting that I want to talk about. So coming up in September, it's the 16th and 17th. It's like the Saturday and Sunday right in the middle of the month. We are going to be doing another sourcing camp. These are ridiculously fantastic. The last one we did was crazy. I mean, so many people came out. It was such a fantastic experience, sort of watching these people source and all of that. And the signups for that just went live like this morning or last night for the public. So if you're interested in that, let me know. As a way to sort of like commemorate that or kick off the September sourcing camp that's coming up, I am hosting and funding a sourcing competition for you guys. So with sourcing camp, it's like we have so many different speakers who talk about so many different ways of sourcing. This isn't one of those competitions where it's like, okay, you must use XYZ tool in order to find these leads. No, I don't care about that. I would prefer actually if we have a variety of different ways coming in. So what this sourcing competition is going to be, you guys are going to submit some ASINs to me on the page. Let me get you the link real fast too. I'll put this in chat here. So you guys are going to submit some ASINs to me. We're going to hold this between like the Friday to Sunday coming up. So here on like the 1st. So I'll open it up on the 1st, and then we'll go from there. Is this not in our Facebook group right now? I'm not seeing this video. If you are tuned in and watching, okay, there we go. Let me post this here in the group. So it's going to be a competition. So you submit your ASINs to me. I'll be judging them. It's a little bit difficult to have like a purely mathematical judgment of a lead. The best way that I know how to do it is I'll be using our main tool ASIN Zen, and I'm just going to pull the like monthly estimated profit. So like the estimated revenue minus the cost of the item. So monthly estimated profit using that ASIN Zen's model. I'll be using that. I will sort of reserve veto power if something's like a little bit weird or funky or whatever. But yeah, so we're going to be doing this sourcing competition. The first place prize, I will be paying you out of my own pocket, $500. And then the runner-up, the two, so second and third place, will both get, as well as first place, will all get free entry into our September sourcing camp itself. So super excited about that. The sourcing competition, these can be super cool if we get some good participation. And if we have low participation, your chances of getting $500 are incredibly high, considering there's only about 13 or so people watching this right now. I'd say your chances are good unless Facebook's algorithm starts liking me a little bit more. They did not like my post this morning when I talked about this. So yeah, I want to go over the rules. I'm gonna share the page here. Let's see, share my screen window. It's gonna look like Inception here for a second. Okay, so here is our sourcing competition here. So you enter your ASIN. The winner's going to get 500. Two runners up are going to get free entry into sourcing camp, as well as the winner will get that as well. It's starting on the 1st. So today is today is Thursday, or sorry, today is Wednesday, then Thursday. On Friday, this will start. You can start entering your leads in then. I will be closing it here on the Sunday, on the 3rd, and then I will announce the winners that following Monday, as well as sort of talk about what they found and how they found it. Because when you find something, you need to give me just like a brief little description of what you found. All right, let me quickly go over the rules. So the winner is based on monthly sales estimation using ASIN Zen's estimator. We are calculating with this assumption that you can purchase an infinite number of items and receive 100% of the sales for that 30 days. That's really the only way to like sort of quantify these sort of leads. Because I mean, in the end, yeah, it's sort of there's so many nuances and things. I'm trying to sort of level the playing field and make things as like even and fair as I can without using my own human bias for things. So that's sort of what I'll be using. You can submit more than one ASIN. That's okay. You can use any sourcing method or tools that you like. If you like to use tactical arbitrage, if you like to do like the keep a product finder or manually, you want your VAs to find you something, does not matter to me. It's all fair game. Whatever you do to find it, awesome. Just tell me how you found it so I can sort of explain that or mention that. The item must actually be sellable, so no cheating, like no PL, like private label items or branded bundles, things like that, where you can't actually sell it. Or unsellable brands like Levi's. If you give me a Levi's option, it's like, oh, see, this makes $10,000 a month. No, you're not allowed to sell Levi's. No one is. If the item is gated for people, that's fine. It's not like, it has to be ungated for everybody. Nope, I don't care about that. Because ungating is very simple and easy now, as long as it's feasibly possible to get ungated. So again, see like the Levi's example where it's gated, but it's not feasibly possible to get ungated in Levi's. But other stuff is completely fine. IP alert will not be used here. But again, use some common sense. So like if you give me a JanSport listing where it flags it for IP alert, yeah, totally fine. I sell JanSport all day, every day. That's not a big deal. Basically look at the number of sellers, make sure the brand's not playing really dirty and doing some crazy stuff. Whereas something like the as seen on TV, yeah, no, don't give me a lead for as seen on TV, because you'll see that as well in the seller count thing. Like, yes, they also give IP claims and stuff like that, but they fight dirty and they will get you off the listing if it's the last thing they do. So use some common sense here. But it doesn't bother me if something pops up on IP alert, because again, I sell that stuff all the time personally. You may source from any legitimate, viable website. It doesn't matter if it's Walmart, Kohl's, whatever your favorite hole in the wall place is, totally fine, as long as it's legitimate. I mean, if you give me something like, oh, you can get this from Alibaba, okay, it's not legitimate, you can't source from there. Or some like random hole in the wall website where when I look into it, it's like, okay, this is actually kind of a fake website. That's not actually real. I will have the final say on any lead shared and may veto anything that I feel doesn't fit this competition or the criteria. I tried to make this as fair and obvious as I could, but I'll sort of reserve that veto power in case there's something that's like, that's not quite what we're looking for. And then any time shared. Sorry, that should be lead. Any lead shared or ASIN shared may be shown on live video by me. And I'll show like the winning ASINs. I'll probably show the top 5 or so in sort of the announcement and the prize video. So those are the rules. To enter, you just click on this little button. There's a button here, there's a button down there, and it will pull up a, blocked. I'll fix that as well, but it'll pull up a little form here. Oh man, this, I always get these tech issues. So best, some people are asking, what is best? Best, I am categorizing best as most monthly profit. So that uses like the ASIN Zen estimator. And so we're taking like the total number of sales estimated per month and then multiplying that by the net profit. So like when you share a product and you tell me how, you need to share like where it's coming from, because that's showing me the buy cost. If I don't know the buy cost, then I don't know if it's actually a good lead. So let me actually fix that here on camera. Let's see. Got to go to my forms here. And if you guys have any other questions about that, drop them in the chat, and I will. I'll try to fix, or I'll try to get to what I can. Bear with me for one. Oh, it's because why am I signed out of Google? All right, September sourcing camp. That's weird that this was, it said blocked. But let me fix this right quick. Copy that there. Edit that there. And fix this button. So yeah, again, if you are just joining us, we are doing this sourcing competition. It is starting on Friday. So like midnight. So technically Thursday at midnight. So Friday morning at midnight until Sunday at 11:59 will be sort of the last one, the last entry possible. Not that page. Oh man. Let me see. It's over there. So yeah, sourcing competition. The winner is getting $500, as well as free entry into our September sourcing camp. And then the two runner-up, like the two second best ones, will also get free entry into July's sourcing camp. And I'll be showing off probably like my top 5 favorite leads from that. I'll sort of talk about on video. So you do need to be okay with people seeing whatever lead you're sharing. I'm not limiting the number of leads that can be shared. Yeah, you can enter as many times as you want. But let me get this form set. But be aware that like I may be sharing. If it's one of the winners, I'll probably be sharing it with the group. All right, let me just double check that worked, and then I'll post this again for you. Sign up now. Let's see. Wait for it. That's the wrong place. There we go. If you guys are curious about the hurricane that is hitting Florida and you've been worried about me, you do not have to be worried. I spent my day gardening because it's beautiful weather outside. It's like upper 70s. Yeah, it's not really perfect. There, let me share my screen one more time. Okay, so when, this one. When you click on the link, I shared it in chat already once. I'll put it down there again. When you go here to this link, you'll see all the rules down here. And then to enter, you just click on this little button right there, and it will bring you to this form. So I need your name, your email, all of that. Share the store link. This is really important so that I can sort of verify the cost and all of that. And explain how you found it. If there's anything else that you need to write, sort of explaining like, oh, like you have to use a 30% off coupon or whatever else, like all of that information, put it in here. This is going to be the important part. All right. So yeah, that's what's coming up. We've got the sourcing competition this weekend. So I'm looking for total monthly profit. So it's both. It's like the sales multiplied by the profit. Because if it's just number of sales, you can give me a pack of gum that doesn't make any profit, and that's not what we're looking for. And if I'm only looking for profit, well, it could be something that sells once a month, and that's not really what we're looking for either. So it's the total monthly sales multiplied by the profit. All right. If there are any other questions about that, let me know. Yeah, other than that, this is sort of our kickoff event to sourcing camp. If you guys have taken sourcing camp before, if you were in July's, let me know in the chat. All of the feedback that we received, it was ridiculous. Basically, the format for sourcing camp is we bring in these camp counselors, and it's not like big, like content creator guru kind of people. It's like the normal, like we wanted it to be sort of a group of your peers type of a thing. So it's people from like the Hustle Buddies community that are selling a minimum of 6 figures. Many of them are selling 7 figures of stuff. And they've basically agreed to let us watch over their shoulder while they source live. So they'll explain sort of what they're doing and why they're doing it and things like that. But really, we wanted to take sort of the theoretical that a lot of classes will have. And I mean, my classes are like this too. Like there's a lot of content out there that will teach you theoretically, here's how you find stuff. Like, okay, you could go and you use Keepa like this, or you use tactical arbitrage like that. And this is sort of how you enter your stuff and all of that. And that's how you find stuff. But there's very little content out there where it's actually like, okay, now that we know the theoretical, let's take this into real life. Let's actually find something live together. So we have these camp counselors come in. Each one gets about a 1 hour time slot, and we just watch them source. And they'll explain what they're doing, why they're doing it, all the little nuances. I love the little golden nuggets. Like even myself as a larger 7-figure seller, conceptually, I understand what everyone's doing. Like I understand if someone's using Keepa product finder, tactical arbitrage, whatever they're doing, conceptually, I've probably done it at some point. I probably understand what they're doing. But what I love as a larger seller is those like little golden nuggets where it's like, oh my gosh, I never thought to do that. Like, oh yeah, like I can just highlight and right click and press search Google. I don't have to do all this like copy and pasting stuff. So it's like, for me as a larger seller, it's those little tricks that are worth it because those save me thousands and thousands of dollars. And for smaller sellers, it's everything. It's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that you could use that tool in that way to source products. So there is something for everybody. It's not just for larger sellers. It's not just for smaller sellers. It's anybody who wants to get better at sourcing, which is everybody. Everybody wants to get better at sourcing. There's always little things. Yeah, Sourcing Camp, super worth it. Awesome. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's the July experience was pretty incredible. We've done a couple in the past, and each time I sort of figured out, okay, well, like what worked, what didn't work, and we edited it and improved upon it. If you took a sourcing camp that was further back than July, this is like an entirely different format. Like if you took, I think we did one in May and I think one in February, maybe. Those were like completely different. They were good, but this is like crazy good. So yeah, definitely check it out. If you want to sign up for that, I actually put a little QR code up there. That's just for the sourcing camp. But this is like a paid small group of people. The sourcing competition, you do not have to be a part of sourcing camp to do that. The sourcing competition is free. It's open for everybody. You don't need to be a member or anything to do that. And then for those of you who are joining sourcing camp, I'm actually going to do a second round of this competition. Probably about I want to do it about a week after sourcing camp is done to kind of give everyone time to sort of intake and practice the stuff that we've learned during sourcing camp. And then I want to do like a special exclusive one just for September sourcing camp members where you guys will sort of compete amongst each other to see who can find the best thing. All right. Awesome. Well, that's all I've got, folks. I don't see any other questions here in chat. I'll give it about 30 seconds. If you do have other questions, let me know. But yeah, we're excited about this. We're kicking this off. So the competition is starting here on Friday, so 2 days from now. And then sourcing camp enrollment has opened, and that will commence in the middle of September. So September, I believe it's 16 and 17. It's that Saturday and Sunday. And yes, it's completely recorded. So if you can't make it on those dates, totally fine, not a big deal. You can watch it on the 17th or 18th or 19th, whatever you want. But that's when it is happening, and I will see you guys out there. All right, that is it for me. This was a short one tonight, guys. I hope to see you all in the competition. Make sure to click the link that I'm posting here into chat. Let me post it one more time. Let me see. How do I I don't want to preview it like that. How do I? Bear with me 1 second and I'll post this link again. This is the downside of being a one-man show. All right, there we go. There's the link I'm looking for. Okay, I'll post it there. And it's over there on YouTube and then right here over here on Facebook. So go ahead and click on that. All the rules and everything are in there. And then the the submission form for starting that is in there as well. And I'll shoot you guys some reminders over the coming days. You'll see me start posting more about the sourcing competition and then sourcing camp, which is coming up. All right, guys, I will see you all out there. I hope you all make a lot of money this weekend.